How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we've got another automotive news video. Now, before we get into today's video, you guys know the drill. Definitely be sure to like and subscribe down below. It helps me out a lot as a smaller YouTuber, and it's absolutely free for you guys. And in today's video, it's going to be a shorter video, another automotive news video, but we're going to be focusing on the new Ford GT Heritage Edition that has been revealed. Ford is actually going to be making an Allen Man Heritage Edition for the second generation of the Ford GT. And obviously when I say second generation of the Ford GT, I mean second production generation of the Ford GT, not including the original GT40s. Now, without wasting any time, let's get into today's video looking at this article from Car and Driver. I will leave this linked down in the description below, but you can see the new Ford GT Heritage Edition, and in the back the old, I believe 66 or 67 Ford GT40 that Allen Man actually used, and I think his racing team competed with in several different competitions. Now, there's a lot of things on this new Ford GT that pay tribute to Allen Man, the late Allen Man, as well as his racing team. Probably the most obvious is the red paint scheme with the gold stripes, as well as the white markers. Those basically what was on the old GT40, as well as the 16 you can see on the back of the wing right here, as well as the passenger side right here. I also like the little Ford with the white side stripe. A lot of people were saying in the comments of this article, why aren't the wheels gold? But they aren't gold because with this edition, Ford is going to include the 20-inch wheels being an exposed carbon fiber, Now, that was an option for the regular Ford GTs, the Ford GT that I did a review on. And if you haven't seen that, I'll leave that linked on top of the video right now. But that was for basically a gentleman by the name of Bob Ida, who actually resides here in New Jersey with me, and he has his own shop, and he's done a lot of stuff with Ford as well. That's why he was able to get one of these new Ford GTs. But on his, he does have the exposed carbon fiber wheels as well. And again, if you want to check that car out, because that's a really badass car. I mean, all these new Ford GTs are, but again, definitely check out that link on top of the video. I also really like this color scheme. I mean, I'm not really a huge Allen Man racing fan in particular. I know they're really popular in the UK, and a lot of British car enthusiasts really appreciate them because it's a lot more, kind of has to do with their history a lot more than us here in America. But I honestly just really love the paint color, the combination going on here with the red and the gold. It looks like a Iron Man Ford GT. Again, I know that's probably disgraceful saying that, comparing an Allen Man Ford GT to an Iron Man Ford GT, but again, I just think it's really cool. Also, going into the interior, I do like the fact that they kind of have the fake holes in the seats. I don't think that's in the stock new GTs. I could be wrong though. Let me know down in the comments below. But this interior is really incredible. If you ever get the opportunity to sit in one of these Ford GTs, I highly obviously recommend it, because the entire chassis is like a huge kind of, it's like you're sitting in basically like a little subframe, or where the sides are so much bigger than the actual middle. Plus the driver's seat and the passenger seat are really close together, because they want, a lot of the weight is very centric in that car, I guess you could say. It's a very well balanced vehicle. So this middle column here, on camera or in pictures, it doesn't really do it justice how close that is, but that's probably only maybe 3-5 inches at most. And you're basically bumping shoulders with the other person in the car when you guys are both in there. And also up here, I know you probably can't see it, I don't know if they have a later picture of it, but in all these Ford GTs, they do have the serial number, not the VIN number, but the number of this Ford GT compared to the other ones in production. So that's another really cool feature that is standard on pretty much all these cars, I believe. Also, right in here, you have the, I'm assuming, paint matched paddle shifter. And again, this is the old GT40. Now, actually using this as a perfect kind of segue into what else I wanted to talk about in this video, Allen Man Racing. If you don't know who Allen Man was, again, he was a former race car driver and developer, British, and I think he passed away in 2012. But if you go to their actual website, and I will leave this linked down in the description below as well if you want to go check him out and read up on more of the history of Alan Mann Racing. And just go into the About section and kind of scroll down. You can see all of the stuff that they've done throughout the years. I believe the first real relationship that this racing team had with Ford Racing was when they used a Ford Cortina, I believe, in a couple of their races. Actually, yeah, you can see it right here. And I think they, I guess, made it famous and had a decent amount of success in different British circuits. And then eventually they moved to, I believe, Ford Falcons and other, yeah, there's the Ford Falcons. And they mainly used them in rally races or circuit races. And eventually later down the road, when the Mustang came out, they dealt with a lot of Mustangs or race spec Mustangs. And as you can see in this picture right here, they also dealt with a lot of Shelby Cobras and Shelby Daytonas. And then of course, eventually when Carroll Shelby and, you know, Ken Miles and that whole team came out with the Ford GT for Le Mans, they did a lot of work with Ford GTs as well, which is really, really cool. Again, the history behind these cars is another reason why I'm so into the cars. Honestly, I'm a nerd when it comes to history. And in addition to some of these kind of name brand cars, they also did produce like a few off-brand cars such as this one. I honestly have no idea what this even is. It does say it is the Honker 2 Can-Am car. I guess they competed with it, but they also did do prototypes and stuff for Ford as well. So again, you should really, this is the main prototype that I'm talking about. I don't think this prototype had a lot of success. It actually failed to finish the race, but I think this kind of body style came before the Ford GT40, if I'm not mistaken, and you can kind of see some of the resemblance and some of the, I guess, motivation that, you know, Ford got from seeing this car's body and you know, kind of integrated it into the Ford GT. But needless to say, the relationship between Ford Motor Company and Alan Mann Racing is definitely really, really deep and rich with a lot of racing history. So anyways, that's pretty much just gonna be it for today's video. Again, I think that this is, you know, Heritage Edition for the Ford GT compared to the other one with like the Gulf colors and stuff. Like, I think it's up there when it comes to these two editions. I definitely think this color scheme is really, really cool. But let me know down in the comments below if I missed anything about this car. Again, it's basically just a visual edition of the car. The drivetrain of the Ford GT is exactly the same as all the other ones. But me being a Ford fan, I really, really love these Ford GTs, especially the new ones, this new generation. And just hearing about the history and the success of them that they had in the late 60s is always really, really awesome. And if you haven't already, definitely check out Ford vs Ferrari. It doesn't really have much to do with this video, but again, just a really, really badass car enthusiast movie that does have to do with the success of Ford GTs in the late 60s and of course the development of the Ford GT. But that's pretty much just gonna be it. Again, let me know if I missed anything down in the comments below. If you have more information about the history of Alan Mann Racing or this specific Ford GT Heritage Edition that I missed in this video, definitely let me know down in the comments below. And like always, thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.